So we got Everyday Jan in one corner in the 2021 Tesla Model Y with a 0 to 60 time of 4.8 seconds and a range of 310 miles. And on the other side, we have yours truly with the 2024 Tesla Cybertruck with these big tires and a 0 to 60 time in 4.1 seconds with 318 miles. Who's gonna win on a road trip? Ready? 3, 2, 1, go! We're gonna be going from Irvine, Orange County, California, all the way to the Oracle Arena in Santa Clara, which is around 385 miles. Both of us will each have our dogs. Me will be Simba and Peanut, and Everyday Jan will be Obi-Wan Kenobi. And if you saw my previous videos, Queso, the other golden retriever. As far as weight goes, the Model Y isn't that heavy. It weighs around 4,400 pounds. The Model Y has the aerodynamic 19-inch Gemini wheels, but a lot of people have been upgrading to the 20-inch inductions or the 21-inch Uber turbines if you have the Model Y Performance. The Model Y, honestly, it's been like the best seller, and for a good reason. It's like the go-to car for families. It's all around perfect. Even comes in a 7-seater. Interior is beautiful, plenty of space. It's all around just a really good Tesla. And on the other side, we have the Tesla Cybertruck. It is a beast. It weighs a whopping 6,600 pounds, and it comes with 20-inch rims and 35-inch tires. It's supposed to have an aero cover, however, unfortunately, the aero cover is on recall, so we won't have any aero covers when we're doing our road trip. But enough talk, let's see who's gonna win the road trip between the Tesla Cybertruck and a Tesla Model Y. Good morning, it is 2:30 in the morning. We're gonna be leaving at 3 a.m. It wants us to stop at Bakersfield and we'll arrive with 29%, then Colinga. This is what I hate about Tesla navigation. Instead of charging somewhere else, it wants us to stay here for 35 minutes, which is actually a very long time. The higher the charge rate, the slower it goes. Everyday Jan is gonna stick to the Tesla navigation, but for me, I'm gonna kind of use my brain a little bit, and if it tells me to stay somewhere for a long time, I'm gonna go ahead and find another charger and see how long I have to charge at that next one and see if I'm gonna beat her. The goal is to leave the next supercharger so that we arrive with 15% is the minimum. 98% in the Cybertruck is getting us a whopping 313 miles. 98% is giving me 300 miles. And I've never seen this many Teslas in my app before. That's crazy. It actually wants us to charge differently than the Model Y. So if you look here, you can kind of see all the chargers along our route. No public restrooms, please don't ask. Wow. No wonder, normally we stop here or something, but there's so many out of order. Tejon Ranch Outlets is closed. Bakersfield closed. Button Willow closed. So I love the storage in the Cybertruck. I got space for my polarizer right here. And luckily with the T-wraps, if you see this piece here, this is another storage tray I could use. Before it's just a handle, but now I have storage there. And then before there's just a huge hole. But now because of the T-wraps tray here, you can kind of see I had organization in this whole area. Highly recommended. And I even have storage under here as well. And it is time to go. We've been driving for about an hour now. We've been trying to maintain a speed of 80 miles per hour on both cars. So both the Model Y and the Cybertruck wants us to stop at the Bakersfield one. At first, the Cybertruck wanted me to stop at some super close one an hour away. So I had to manually change it because that first supercharger I'd arrived with like 65% battery, which is horrible. Going 80 miles per hour, right now I'll arrive with 27%, and I have Everyday Jan on the phone. How many percent would you arrive with?
26%.
26%, wow, that's so close. We arrived with 29%, which is equivalent to 92 miles. Here's our energy graph. Not too bad, going 80 miles per hour the whole time. Wasn't bad at all.
29%, which is 89 miles. It's 5:09 a.m.
So it says we only have to charge for 5 more minutes. We're only here for 10 minutes. The problem is it says we're gonna arrive with 4%, which is too little. Our minimum is gonna be 15%. Overall, not too bad. I was going 80 miles per hour. However, Everyday Jan said I was actually going faster based on like simple physics and stuff. So it's kind of weird. However, surprisingly, Everyday Jan in the Tesla Model Y, the nausea inducer, and Simba, AKA the Tesla Cybertruck, both arrived with almost around the same percentage.
I have enough charge to continue trip. I'm gonna arrive at Colinga with 16%. Charged up to 61% with 188 miles. All right, I am all ready to go.
What? I'm not done yet.
What?
That's crazy. I think because my battery's bigger, I still have to charge longer, so you go. All right, see ya.
Okay, see you later, boy. We've been charging for 12 minutes. I probably could have left 2 minutes ago.
However, for me, I still have 8%, so I have to wait till this gets to 15% before I could leave. It's just a matter of how long she beats me. She's saying bye. Right now, it's been almost 13 minutes, so we'll see how much longer it takes for me to charge. And this is where it seems like the difference is. So not bad, only like a 3-minute difference. I'm at 15% their charge, and I could technically leave now. So let's go. 11 minutes away from the Supercharger Colinga charger. It's like, I feel like this is the best test for range efficiency, because we're going on a super straight road, 80 miles per hour. So when I'm gonna reach the supercharger, surprisingly at 80 miles per hour, I'm gonna hit it at 17%. We have Everyday Jan on the phone. Everyday Jan, are you there?
Yes.
So Everyday Jan, what does your Tesla say you're gonna have when you get to the supercharger?
20%.
I'm gonna arrive with 17, you're arriving with 20. How much did you leave with, 17?
I said 18.
Okay, so you gained 2% more, and I gained 2% more. How long does it say you have to charge there, hun?
40 minutes.
So she has to charge at that location for 40 minutes. And again, I don't want to stay too long to charge. So I actually inputted another destination in Gilroy, because at first it told me I had to charge at Colinga for an hour.
All done.
See you soon. Hasta la vista.
Hasta la vista. With 19%, which is 60 miles, and it's currently 6:36 a.m. That is a tight butthole. 35 minutes remaining on trip. Let's start the timer. Our next stop is going to be the Santa Clara Fire Department. There's Everydaychris coming with the Cybertruck. Wow, it was only like 2 minutes after me.
Okay, so I made it with 17% or 53 miles. One thing I don't have to worry about, especially when charging and parking with the Cybertruck, is hitting the curb. The tires are so big, it hits the tire and not my rims. However, with my Tesla Model Y, one thing we suffer from is curb rash, and it makes sense. I don't know why they have to make the rims so flush with the tire. If you have the Gemini wheels, unfortunately, you're out of luck. However, if you have the inductions or the Uber turbines, I highly suggest getting the Magbak rim case protectors for your rims. Instead of repairing the rims only for it to become damaged again, you can easily just do it yourself. Install these covers, and it not only hides all the rim damage, it also protects your rims. Because it's a modular design, you can easily replace one piece instead of paying for an entire new set. 30 minutes to continue to trip. Sheesh. And this is to Gilroy too. Been here for 21 minutes. The crazy thing is I spoke to Everyday Jan. She has only like maybe 5 or 10 minutes left, and she'll make it to Santa Clara with 15%. So I think the problem we're having is speeding. Last time we did this road trip, I went 75 miles per hour max. I didn't have any problems. I was able to make it to NorCal in 2 trips. This time I could technically charge here for an extra 30 minutes, or I could go to the next supercharger and charge up. I'm still not going to be able to make it quicker than the Tesla Model Y, unfortunately. 15%, 71%, or 225 miles, and it took us 29 minutes to charge. Gotta hurry up before she goes. Hurry, hurry, hurry! Hasta luego.
See ya, Slowpoke. 15%. I've been charging for basically 35 minutes, and I'm at 89%. My rate has really slowed down, and I'm at 274 miles. For majority of this trip, I'm hardly even steering. Autopilot is just doing everything, and this is just the free autopilot too. Predicted versus estimate it's been always overestimated. Right now it's predicting I'm gonna arrive with 25%. It keeps increasing, now it's up to 29%. I'm gonna arrive with 31%, and I have nothing else to say. Bye for now.
pretty much made it to our next stop with 21%, 67 miles. It says we have to charge it for just 5 minutes. There's a car behind me, but the Tesla thinks it's a giant truck. I don't know why. Oh, there we go. Starting to charge again. Overall, the handling is amazing in the Cybertruck. The steer-by-wire independent rear steering when I was going through those turns in this one area of my road trip, yeah, I could go like 80 miles per hour and still have amazing control. Everyday Jen is, yeah, she's about to pass us right now. What's up, bro? What's up, man? He follows me. Hell yeah. What's good? Yeah. Now the glove box is super cool in the Cybertruck. It's automatic open and automatic close. And there's no storage, it's just a giant like hole. However, this is from T-Reps again, and you just slide it in here and it fits perfectly. It's perfect for your Sentry Mode SSD, which I highly recommend because there's so many Sentry Mode events because everyone checks out the Cybertruck. We're at 12, so right now I've only been charging for 2.5 minutes. This is why I like coming low state of charge, so it charges much faster, 13% right now. 15% done, and we're ready to go, 30% or 96 miles. All right, later, bro. My Tesla is on fire. What's crazy was I had the tonneau cover open for like a little bit, like an inch. I didn't realize it wasn't closed all the way. So the navigation told me that I actually lost 1% of range. Next year, tonneau cover. Tonneau? Tonneau. I think it's just gonna be like one of those things where you tomato, tomato, potato, potato, tonneau, tonneau. There's also nowhere to put my sunglasses, so T-Reps also has a cool behind screen storage tray.
To my destination at 9:35 a.m. and I'm at 28%, so still way more than predicted. Looks like Team Model Y beat Everydaychris, but I think he's only a couple minutes away. Okay, so do you know that we're at your home? Yes, Everydaychris, 3 minutes behind me.
All right, so looks like I made it 9:37 with 19%, so 4% more because of traffic. I charged 3 times, but I'm only 4 minutes behind, which isn't bad at all. Now it's pouring rain, but yeah, that's pretty much it. So let's go ahead and analyze the data. The one app I've been using a lot, not sponsored, but I do have a referral code if you want a discount and sign up for, is the Tessie app. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen this time so you guys can kind of see what's going on. This app is insane. So let's see how long my drive was. So I started at home. We left at 3:06 a.m. So our first stop was in Bakersfield. We drove a little over 2 hours, started at 99%, ended at 29%. We put in 37.7 kilowatt hours. I'm just gonna say round up 38 kilowatt hours. It cost 37 cents a kilowatt hour. So in total for the Cybertruck for the first rest stop, it was a total of $14.06. It took us 15 minutes to charge. The peak charge rate I actually hit was 256. Okay, so now we are looking at the Tesla Model Y. And oh, there Obi goes. And then same thing, left at the same time. So very, very similar versus the Cybertruck. The battery started at 98%, ended at 29%. At Bakersfield, the Model Y charged 24.8 kilowatts. And the peak power is only 227, so way less. And the Model Y did finish slightly earlier. So at the first Supercharger, it cost the Model Y $9.25 to charge. Okay, so that was the first stop. Now from Bakersfield, we went to our second stop, which is Harris Ranch in Colinga. From there, we were there for 29 minutes. This is the one that Tesla said you need to stop for at least an hour to make it to our final destination. It cost 38 cents a kilowatt hour, and we were there for 30 minutes. We gained a whopping 66.5, and it cost $25.27. So not the cheapest. At the second Supercharger, this was the second and last Supercharger, 52 kilowatt hours. So that was only a total of $19.76. And then I had to stop one last time in Gilroy, and that was 37 cents a kilowatt hour. And that was a total of $4.44. I remember how I said the Cybertruck battery is much bigger, so it does require more energy into the battery. So the Model Y only cost $29 for the road trip we went on, and it still had more charge when it arrived at the final destination. The Cybertruck cost $43, and we arrived with 19%, so definitely less than the Model Y. So totally it was like a $14 difference. For the Cybertruck, you just want to expect a little bit more time and a little bit more cost in supercharging. But overall, it wasn't too bad. I mean, a 4-minute difference between the destination time on the Model Y arrival versus the Cybertruck. But that was a super fun road trip. I had a blast. The Cybertruck is so much fun to drive, and I can't wait to take it on more road trips. Anyways, guys, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys next time.